Eastern Plains Sports Network 1010 KSAR coming back to you live here from the Beat Cellar. Thanks to Coach Maddie Rule, as she is always awesome to talk to. For those of you that don't know, I got a personal thing with Maddie. She was one of my students when she was just a little kid, little tiny little kid, and I just miss her so much. And to see her all grown up and to see her what she does, she's just fantastic to be. As the Lady Beat Diggers tonight were victorious 58-20. And thank you to Maddie and for that interview. So let's get swinging over to the other side of the bracket, to the boys' side. Tonight's starters brought to you by Stubbs. Sports fans, when you're traveling, you need one stop that has it all on I-76. Take exit 66A in Wiggins at Stubbs. And tonight's starting lineups, first for the visiting Frontier Academy Wolverines, number 3, Hurley Flores, I'm back, sorry, my battery died. And number 4, Caden Clark. Number 5, Dylan Celestine Perez. Number 34, Ethan Martinez. And number 35, Owen Stewart. And for your beloved Beat Diggers starting lineup tonight, number 2, Eric Rico. Number 10, Thatcher Queen. Number 11, Dre Bauer. Number 22, Payson Poland. And number 32, Conrad Kastrup. That's tonight's starting lineups for both teams as we're getting ready to tip off here from the Beat Cellar. First quarter is going to be brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. That's 970-521-1030. As we're getting ready to tip off here, Conrad Kastrup will face number 35, Owen Stewart. And Owen Stewart is super tall compared to Conrad. Owen's got to be, when I saw him come inside just a little bit ago, I bet you that kid's got to be at least 6'5". And the only one I could think that would be close to him would be Ben Herrera, who's a freshman. So here we go, tipping it off here in the Beat Cellar, as Stewart definitely wins that one, as it's tipped over to number 34, Martinez. Martinez over to number 5, Celestine Perez. Back to number 3, Flores. Flores is going to be the one who's going to set it up tonight for the Wolverines. Back to number 34, Martinez. Martinez back to Flores. I'll get names right as I have to switch over. Stolen by Dre Bauer as he tries to feed it in to Martinez. Dre Bauer gets it over to Eric Rico. Rico brings it up center court for the Beat Diggers. Tries to go setting it over to the left side, gets it over to Bauer on the right. Back to Rico. Rico to Conrad Kastrup from the free throw line. Takes it, drives it to the hoop. Tries to be really aggressive, but he's not able to get the shot just a little bit too hard. Rebounded by the Wolverines as Flores brings it up the left side. And it's taken away by Thatcher Queen, almost. Tipped out of bounds as that pass was intended to number 5, Celestine Perez. So Flores will do the inbounds privileges for the Wolverines. Just underway, 0-0 is our score here from the Beat Cellar. Flores over to Celestine Perez. Over to number 4, Clark. Back to Celestine Perez. Now back over to Clark to the right side. Flores asking for the ball over to the right corner. Nothing there. Back to Celestine Perez. We'll get a 3-point violation going to be called on number 35, Owen Stewart. So an early call there for hanging out in the paint zone just a little bit too long as Eric Rico brings it up for the Beat Diggers. Over to the right side to number 11, Dre Bauer. Bauer tries to get in a bit, gets caught traveling. Switched the old pivot foot there as he was heading to the right side of the hoop. Said it's a turnover for the Beat Diggers. Celestine Perez brings it up for the Wolverines. Midcourt. 2-3 defense for the Beat Diggers. Over to Clark. Clark over to Flores. Flores back to Celestine Perez. Over to number 34, Martinez on the right side. Over to Clark on the left. Gets it back to Celestine in the middle. Over to Flores to the right. Back to the center to Celestine Perez. Tries to go to Flores on the right side. Right deep corner to Clark, and it looks like he gets caught with his suitcase and traveling violation. So another turnover for both teams. Lots of turnovers so far. Rico checks it in to Dre Bauer. Bauer on the right side court. Back to Rico. Rico From the top of the key over back to Bauer. Bauer right side over to Queen, who's wide open on the left, but decides to take it in and nothing there as he goes over to Bauer to the right side. Conrad Kastrup from the free throw line. Double teamed over to Bauer. Bauer from three-point land. Shot is up off the rim or off the backboard. No good. Rebound by Kastrup. Kastrup to the right side as he tries to go, and he gets called for a traveling violation. I sure thought it was a foul, but he's double checking to see if he changed his pivot foot. I like the questioning there by Conrad just to make sure that's what he did. So Celestine Perez brings it down for the Wolverines. 0-0 is our score still. 5:50 left to go, just underway here from the Beat Cellar. Over to Clark. Clark back to Celestine Perez. Over to Flores to the left side. Gets it down to the big guy, Owen Stewart, and Stewart gets it to Clark from the top for a three-point shot. Opportunity is up. No good. Rebounded by Celestine Perez on the left side. Celestine Perez over down deep to number 34, Martinez, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on number 11, Dre Bauer. Let's see what the call is. Yes, so Dre Bauer gets called with his first foul tonight for the Beat Diggers. Very first foul of the game. 0-0 is our score. 5:31 left to go, first period. Over to Celestine Perez at the top of the key. Over to the left side to Flores. Flores back to Celestine Perez. Back over to the right side to Clark. Timeout called by an official. Looks like we've got an issue with the scoreboard, I believe. So they're going to stop the clock. Officials timeout, and let's get started again here. As Flores on the inbound to Celestine Perez. Over to Clark on the left side. Clark trying to get it underneath there to the big guy. Stewart not able to go. Taken by Thatcher Queen. Queen over to Rico. Rico brings it up to the center court. And he's looking to his go guy, which is going to be number 11, Dre Bauer. Bauer down deep to 22, Poland. Poland back to Bauer. Bauer to Kastrup. Kastrup over to the left side free throw line. Nothing there. Trying to find somebody. He finds Poland. Poland over to Bauer. Bauer drives it in underneath, feeds it over to Thatcher Queen, and he looks like he's going to get a jump ball underneath, and it's going to be a Beat Digger ball on the possession bar. Checking in for the Frontier Academy Wolverines will be number 10, Brady Shepard. As Rico will do the inbound privileges for the Beat Diggers. Poland from three-point land. Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by number 10, Shepard. Shepard's going to bring it up court as he's the one who just checked in. Over to number 34, Martinez. Martinez to Shepard. Shepard to Flores. Flores to number 35, Stewart from the baseline. Shot is up, and it is good for Stewart. First shot goes to the Wolverines as they take the lead 2-0. Rico over to Bauer. Bauer to right side. Kastrup from the free throw line gets triple teamed, and he's going to also get hand checked as he tried to put the ball in the court, and he's fouled by number 3, Hurley Flores. Checking in for the Beat Diggers, freshman number 15, Donovan Bauer for Payson Poland. As Poland's going to take a quick break. Rico has it inbounds, knocked away barely by Flores, but recovered by Thatcher Queen. Queen off the left side over to Bauer. Bauer from the top of the key over to the right side to Rico. Rico to Kastrup from the free throw line. Does a nice little pivot, throws it up, and it's no good, and it is rebounded. And it's going to be a travel as Flores hits the floor, and because of that, it gets called a traveling violation. Beat Diggers will take over on the ball after that turnover. Rico underneath the hoops. On the inbounds, over to Kastrup on the left side. Kastrup with a couple of turnaround moves, gets it over to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer from the top of the key. Over to Rico to the right side. Rico feeds it deep into the corner to Thatcher Queen from three-point land. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Donovan Bauer. And it's up and it's good. Donovan Bauer with the first points for tonight's Beat Digger team. Tied 2-2, 3:55 in the first period as the Wolverines with the possession over to Shepard. Shepard gets it over to Celestine Perez and then to Flores. Flores on the drive on the left side gets the right-hander. It's up and it is good for the Wolverines. 4-2 is our score. 3:35 left to go. Rico over to the right side of Bauer. That's his usual go-to on that play as he goes back and forth between them over to Thatcher Queen, deep corner. Queen feeds it off to Kastrup on the way in. Kastrup with the shot just a little bit too much. Shooting a little hard. Donovan Bauer, the rebound. Shot is up by Bauer and it is no good. But Bauer very aggressive, and the foul is going to be called on number 10, Brady Shepard, for his first. So Donovan Bauer comes to the charity stripe with 3:20 left to go. 4-2 is our score. Live from the Beat Cellar, Leroy Needham's court. First shot by Bauer is up, and it is good. So Don quickly on the free throw line, and I said that was going to be a factor to tonight's game, is you got to get those free throws. in order to keep those leads. So Don Bauer for his second shot from the free throw line. Scores 4-3. Shot is up, and it is good for Don. So he's got all 4 points tonight for the beloved Beat Diggers as the inbounds pass from Flores to Shepard. Shepard back to Flores. Flores back to Shepard, and then back to Flores. They're trying to get it out of the 10-second zone. Feeds it over to number 5. That is Celestine Perez. Three-pointer shot is up, and it is good for Celestine Perez. Three-point shot. And they now have a 7-4 lead as Dre Bauer on the right side over to Rico. Rico back to Bauer to the right. Takes the drive in himself. Knocked away there by the defense of number 35, Owen Stewart. Celestine Perez, the leader of the team there, brings it up. Point guard up to the center court. Gets it over to the left side to Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez. Back to Flores. Flores on the right side. Feeds it over to Stewart, and it's tipped away by Don Bauer as he matches up really nicely with him and knocked out, and that's going to be Academy Wolverines ball. So Don Bauer does match up pretty good with Stewart. As the inbound pass to Shepard, over to Celestine Perez as he's back at center court. 2-3 defense by the Beat Diggers. It's Edgar Ortiz checks in for the Beat Diggers, as I missed that one as he came in. Celestine Perez over the right side to Shepard. Shepard from three-point land. Shot is up, no good. Rebounds by number 11, Dre Bauer. Over to Eric Rico. Finds Donovan Bauer. Bauer back to Rico. Rico to the big man, Edgar Ortiz. Oh, no-look pass over to Dre for three. Shot is up. It's no good. And it is rebounded by number 3, Flores. Flores over to number 5, Celestine Perez to the right side. Back to Flores. Flores feeds it underneath number 34, Martinez, and then number 35, Stewart, takes a shot from the right corner, rebounded by Thatcher Queen on the miss. Over to Rico. Rico finds Don Bauer from three-point land. Don says, no, I'm not going to shoot it, and he tries to feed it over to Queen, but Queen wasn't even home at all, so that's a turnover for the Beat Diggers. As number 13, Cassius Middlemiss, checks in for the boys. 7-4 our score, minute 39 left to go, first period action. Live from the Beat Cellar. We got a shoe tying over there. Shepard had to adjust the straps on the shoes, get them fixed. He's ready to go into Celestine Perez. Celestine Perez up center court. Looking on the right side. Nope, decides, switches over to left side to Flores. Flores gets a cutting number 35, Stewart. Turnaround jumper shot is up, and it's good by Stewart. Frontier now with a 9-4 lead with just $1:19 left to go in the first period. Cassius Middlemiss from Rico. Rico to Edgar Ortiz. Middlemiss from three-point land up. No good. Rebounded by Don Bauer. Shot is up, and it's good. Donovan Bauer. He is the leader tonight for the Beat Diggers. He has all 6 Beat Digger points. Don Bauer having himself a great game as Celestine Perez, middle court. Over to Shepard. Shepard on the right side. Back to Celestine Perez to Flores. 53 seconds left to go. Ball was tipped by Middlemiss. Celestine Perez over to Shepard. Shepard back underneath to Stewart. Stewart tries to get it to Martinez, but it's taken away by Cassius Middlemiss with 42 seconds left to go as Eric Rico brings it up court. Tries to slow things down. Tries to get the final shot here before the end of the first period. Over to Cassius Middlemiss. Three-point shot up. No good. Or Don Bauer tried to get the rebound, but was unable to. Celestine Perez brings it up the middle of the court. Oh, almost stolen. Don Bauer might have got a hand on that ball from Shepard as it's rebounded by Edgar Ortiz. Picked up the Cassius Middlemiss, then over to Eric Rico. Rico trying to slow things down. I think this time they're going to go with the last shot here as Rico up center court finds Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz trying to drive it up the middle of the court. Nope, he has nothing. Loses the handle on the ball. Celestine Perez with 5 seconds left to go. He's from half court. He's going to go to the right side. Way deep from Caitlin Clarkland. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Shepard, but nothing there as the Beat Diggers are able to defensively stop them. At the end of the period, our score is Frontier Academy Wolverines 9 and the Beat Diggers 6. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back to you here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Paul Acosta calling the game live from the Beat Cellar. 9-6 is our score as Frontier Academy leads this one over the Beat Diggers. Low scoring start, but great fast-paced moving action for both teams as we are getting ready to get started here as the inbounds will go to the Wolverines on the possession as Flores will look to throw it in to number 5, Dylan Celestine Perez. Celestine Perez Middle of the court, 2-3 defense for the Beat Diggers side. Over to Shepard on the left side. Shepard back to Celestine Flores, back to Shepard from the left side. 3-point area, nothing there. He sets it back to Celestine Perez as they're trying to set up the play. Great defense by the Beat Diggers, being very patient here. Over to Flores. Flores over to Celestine Perez. Back to middle to the left side to Shepard. Back to Celestine from the middle. He's trying to take it and drives it, loses the grip on the ball, and it rolls out of bounds and touched last by number 34, Ethan Martinez. 9-6 is our score. 7:31 left to go. Second period action here. Eric Rico is going to bring it in on the inbounds from Dre Bauer. Looking over to Bauer on the right side. Bauer back to Rico and then to Conrad. Nice, beautiful drive underneath the basket, but it's blocked away. But Dre Bauer gets it and tipped, though, as it's blocked by number 35. Stewart was able to get just a piece of the ball to tip it away, but the Beat Diggers will maintain as the ball rolls out of bounds. So Payson Poland's going to do the inbounds privileges. Payson over to Rico. Rico from the top left side. Over to Dre Bauer now to the right side. Finds Poland, who's wide open for three. Looks like it might be an illegal screen on Conrad Kastrup. Let's see what they're discussing, both officials. It could actually be no shot, and it's actually going to be a foul on Frontier Academy's number 34, Ethan Martinez, as he gets called with the defensive block. So it will be the first team foul in the second period for the Wolverines. Dre Bauer on the inbounds. Payson Poland from three. Shot is up, no good, as it was rebounded by Kastrup. Over to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer's looking for Rico. Finds him behind him, and he's going to hang on to it, though, and go to Kastrup, who's got a wide open drive up the court, and he tries to drive it in, and he gets called with a travel as the hands from Hurley Flores was on the ball, but I think either way it was going to be either a jump ball or a travel. So Celestine Perez will bring it down for the Wolverines. Left side over to Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez. Into Martinez. Martinez just kind of triangling around. It's taken away by Dre Bauer. Great job by him to anticipate. He's driving it from coast to coast. Goes in on his own. Right-handed shot. Dre Bauer up, and it is good. Dre Bauer with his first bucket of the night for the Beat Diggers. As Celestine Perez brings it up for the Wolverines. Over to the left side to Shepard. Back to Celestine Perez. Right side over to Flores. Back to the center of the court. Then over to the left side to Shepard. Shepard's double team there by Poland and Thatcher Queen. Gets it back to midcourt to Celestine Perez. Over to Flores on the right side, who's swung around to the other side of the court. Still trying to set something up. Shepard on the left side, trying to really focus it, but the Beat Diggers have a good 2-3 defense on that as Martinez tried to get it underneath. And it looks like it was almost stolen by Payson Poland, but Celestine Perez was able to get a handle on it and contain the ball. Over to the left side to Flores. Flores to Celestine Perez, midcourt. Over to the right side to Shepard. Back and forth going left and right. Flores shot from three up. Rolls around the rim, and it's no good, and rebounded by Thatcher Queen. 5:37 left to go. 9-8 is our score. Beat Diggers down on this one. Over to Conrad Kastrup. Takes it. Nice rolling shot as he's blocked. Whoa, and he goes into the officials as he was fouled, it looks like, by number 35, Owen Stewart. Let's see what the call goes, though. Nope, he's going to change it. It's going to be on number 3, Hurley Flores, his second foul, as Conrad Kastrup goes to the line for the first time tonight for the Beat Diggers. 5:31 left to go. First shot from Kastrup is up. It is good. And it looks like Dre Bauer's checking back in for the Beat Diggers. Conrad getting ready to take his second shot as Thatcher Queen's going to take a quick breather. And tied at 9 now after that free throw by Conrad Kastrup, trying to take the lead right here. Shot from Kastrup is up. Off the back of the rim, it's no good. Rebounded by Dre Bauer. He takes a shot, and he's blocked easily by number 35, Owen Stewart. That guy's a big dude, and you're going to need Don Bauer to make that shot instead of Dre. Dre's just a little bit shorter. Celestine Flores up the middle over to Martinez. Martinez to Shepard from the right side. He's double teamed by the Beat Diggers. He takes the three-point shot. It's up, and it is good by Shepard. Brady Shepard gets a three-pointer. Midway through the second quarter, 5:03 left to go. 12-9, Beat Diggers down on this one. Rico, left side, takes a shot from the left side. Is up, it's no good. Tried to get rebounded by Kastrup, and it was knocked away and out of bounds. So Shepard will do the inbound privileges here over to number 5, Celestine Perez. Perez brings it up the court, midcourt. 2-3 defense for the Beat Diggers over to Martinez on the right side. Martinez goes to number 4, Clark, as he just checked in for the Wolverines. Martinez Celestine Flores back to Clark. Clark over to Shepard. Shepard over to, it's stolen actually there by Dre Bauer and knocked almost out of bounds, but he gets it to Payson Poland. Payson Poland on the quick drive, right-handed shot is up, and it's good. Payson Poland with his first 2 points of the night for the Beatdiggers, down 12-11, 4:21 left until halftime. Low scoring game here at the Beat Cellar, Leroy Needham's court. As Clark on the left side tried to feed it underneath. Stolen by Dre Bauer. He's really quick tonight. Payson Poland on the right side. Over to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer, left-handed shot is up. It's no good, but he's going to be fouled by number 4, Caden Clark. I believe that's who it's going to be on. Yes, that's who it is. It's on number 4, Caden Clark, as Dre Bauer comes to the line with a chance to tie the game up and even take the lead with 4:06 left to go in the second period. Dre Bauer from the charity stripe. First shot is up. No, off the back of the rim. It's no good. That has been an issue for the Beatdiggers this evening, has been, or not this evening, in the past, has been those free throws. I think a lot of times, just watching tonight even alone, I feel like they're too quick to shoot those shots. Take the time to set up and use those knees, get that arch in there. That's what they need. So as a timeout is called by the Wolverines, a 30-second timeout, give a chance to recognize our sponsors. Of course, our second quarter brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at sydneyrmc.com. Gordon Insurance, be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, or crop insurance, all at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com. Whew. Fast-paced game here from the Leroy Needham's court as Dre Bauer comes out of the timeout along with his teammates to tie the game up. 4:06 left to go. Second period action here. 12-11 is the score with Frontier on the lead. Bauer, a couple of dribbles, gets those knees under it better. Shot is up, and it is good for Dre Bauer, tying the game up at 12. Celestine Perez brings it down for the Wolverines over to the left side, looking for Clark. Has him, goes in there. Back to Celestine Perez, over to Shepard on the right side. Tries to find a Stewart cutting underneath there, but not there. Over to Clark instead. Clark over to Celestine Perez. Back to Shepard. Shepard on the right side. Over to Celestine Perez, midcourt, center court. Excuse me, I'll get that right. From the top of the key. Over back to Clark. Clark to Celestine Perez. Right side to Shepard. Shepard looking great defense by the Beatdiggers. Still playing that 2-3 defense, high 2-3 defense as Celestine Perez, midcourt. Over to the right side to Shepard. Shepard from three-point land. Pumps it up there. It's no good. Rebounded by number 15, Donovan Bauer. That guy is such a big force for the Beatdiggers. Don Bauer having himself a great game. Over to Eric Rico to the left side to Dre Bauer. Dre from the right side. Great shot underneath. Loses it. Handle, I thought, but he actually got the shot up, but it's no good. And then gets it over to Conrad Kastrup after his own rebound. Kastrup tries to push it in, and it's rebounded by Donovan Bauer, and it's going to be no shot, going to be a foul called on the floor, and I think it's going to be on Clark. Yes, it is, as Caden Clark gets charged with his second foul, and that's going to be the fourth foul against the Wolverines. Is checking in for the Beatdiggers, number 10, Thatcher Queen, and number 21, Edgar Ortiz for the Beatdiggers. Rico into Bauer, right side. Almost lost the handle on it. Still on the right side, got some good defensive coverage on him. Pitches it over to, or hands it off to Thatcher Queen. Queen over to Rico on the left side. Back to Queen. Both him and Queen are at the top. Queen feeds it overneath to the left side to Don Bauer. Don over to Edgar Ortiz, who drives it in, feeds it over to Queen. Queen wasn't able to. Dre Bauer takes the three-point shot, is up. No good. Don tries to get the rebound still, though. No good. Tipped away over to Dre Bauer on the left side of the court. Dre's got it, feeds it over to Edgar Ortiz. There's an open Don Bauer on the right side. No, they didn't get it into him. I thought they were going to, but it's going to be a rebound by number 35, Owen Stewart, and he's able to make the one-handed layup on the way in. 14-12 is our score as the Beatdiggers tried to pick up the pace, and they get fouled. Eric Rico is fouled by number 5, Dylan Celestine Perez, his first foul, and that's going to be a shooting foul for the Beatdiggers as Eric Rico comes to the charity stripe. Fast-paced game here. 2:21 left to go in the second period. Beatdiggers down 14-12. First shot from Eric Rico. Good crowd tonight this evening. as the shot is up and it rolls in and out. Again, that has been an issue for me. I've noticed for the Beat Diggers are those free throws. You got to hit those early and late in the game like this. You just got to have them. Eric Rico with the second shot, down 14-12, able to close it in within one. Shot is up and it's good. He took his time on that one. I'm telling you, that makes a huge difference for them if they do that and take their time. So Eric Rico with the second shot is good. As Celestine Perez brings it up court for the Wolverines, over to Shepard on the right side. Right side Shepard, back to Celestine Perez, over to number 24, which is Bo Rupp. New one for me. Rupp back to Celestine Perez. Celestine Perez right side. Goes back to Rupp on the left side. Feeds it over into Flores, who tries to drive it in, but Edgar Ortiz gets a hand on it, knocks it down. Then it's over to number 35. It looks like Stewart. And Stewart tries to feed it into 24. 30, Bo Rupp, and it was knocked away, and Dre Bauer has it. Edgar Ortiz all the way down the court gets it fed by him, and he's going to get fouled, and he's going to get a two-shot foul as he was going in on the right-handed layup, and he's fouled by number 35, Owen Stewart, his first foul. So Edgar Ortiz goes to the line, a chance to tie the game up and even take the lead here with a minute 39 left to go. Let's see if Edgar can catch up that lead for the Beat Diggers. First shot is up and is good. First shot was up and good. We're tied 14-14 with a minute 39 left to go. Again, live from Leroy Needham's court at the Beat Cellar. Edgar Ortiz, second shot is up, and it is good. Edgar Ortiz, when you need it, that guy's on the line. Good job for him to take the lead. Getting closer to halftime. Celestine Perez up the middle of the court, over to the right side to Flores. Flores to a cutting Rupp. Rupp back to Flores. Flores feeds it over to Shepard on the left side. The shot is up, no good. Oh, I thought Bauer was going to rebound that, but wasn't able to. Flores from the top left side of the three-point line is up and no good. We got a foul. It's going to be a foul on the floor. I think they're going to call it on the Beat Diggers. It's going to be on Don Bauer on that for his first foul of the night. But it's a non-shooting foul. Believe it or not, that's the first foul in the second quarter for the Beat Diggers with a minute 17 left to go. Flores trying to find the inbounds, finds Shepard. Shepard from the right side. Shot is up, tipped away. No, it's no good. Rebounded there by Martinez and by Thatcher Queen. And that is going to be a jump ball. And that's going to be Beat Diggers' ball on the possession arrow. Eric Rico rolls it in to Dre Bauer. Got a lot of time left. A minute 11, though. Just saving a little bit of time. Over to Edgar Ortiz. Almost had it taken away from him by Martinez. Oh, Ortiz almost had a bad pass there, but recovered by Dre Bauer. Bauer, some great footwork, tries to drive it in as he's fouled. Shot is up. Good! Dre Bauer with a beautiful drive as he floated that one beautifully in there. And it's going to be a foul on number 3, and that will be Hurley Flores' third foul as Bauer now gets a chance to take a 4-point lead for the Beat Diggers, 17-14 with a minute left to go. Shot is up and no good. I'm telling you, folks, you got to make those free throws late in these halves like this to maintain that lead. Shot is up and no good. Oh, and then a turnover on the way down as number 34, Martinez, tried to go to Celestine Perez, and he could not grab the handle on it. Rolls out of bounds, so it's a turnover for the Wolverines with 53 seconds left to go. Bauer into Rico. Rico midcourt. Feeds it to Edgar Ortiz. He tries to drive it. Man, he is trying to muscle his way through there, and he gets fouled as he tries to turn around and go a drive to the hoop, and he's fouled by number 34, Ethan Martinez, with his second foul. Free throw shooting opportunity for the Beat Diggers at Edgar. Edgar has a chance to make it a 2-possession lead. Ortiz, first shot on the line is up good. He is so faithful on the free throw line tonight. Love to see him making those shots late in the second half like this. That's what helps maintain that lead to go into the third period. Second shot by Edgar Ortiz. Shot is up, and it is a swish. Hits his fourth free throw this evening. All free throws for Ortiz. Celestine Perez brings it down with 41 seconds left to go. 19-14 is our lead for the Beat Diggers. Over to Rupp back to Celestine Perez, doesn't able to get the shot, tries to feed it into one of his guys down low to Stewart, but it loses handle on it. Dre Bauer gets it tipped and over to Rico. Rico is going to bring it down for the Beat Diggers. 23 seconds left to go. Back to Edgar Ortiz, back to Rico on the give and go. Shot is up, no! Oh, I thought they were going to 34. Yep, that's who it's on. I thought Martinez thought he was going to get the defense or the offensive foul, but he was not set. So Dre Bauer, fantastic job driving it to the hoop and puts Martinez on his third foul late in the second quarter. Dre Bauer's first shot is up and good. Just checking in for him will be Clark. Caden Clark checks in as Martinez seems frustrated coming off of the court. Clark going to step in there to replace him. Bauer with the first free throw is up and good, 20-14. Here's our second shot for Bauer, is up and it is good. As Dre Bauer gets his third free throw shot of the night. 21-14, 7-point lead, largest lead of the night for the Beat Diggers. As Celestine Perez brings it up the middle of the court. Left side to Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez. To Stewart. Stewart back to Celestine Perez. He tries to drive it, but I think he's going to get called with a hand check. There's going to be a defensive side. It's going to be on number 21, Edgar Ortiz. He gets called with his first foul tonight for a hand check going in there. So 4 seconds left to go. Good quick shot opportunity here for the Wolverines. Trying to get it to the big guy. They're not. Shepard tries to turn and throw it on the buzzer. It goes off the back of the rim. As the buzzer goes off, that'll take us to halftime. So our score, your boys' side, Beat Diggers, leading over the Frontier Academy Wolverines by a score of 21-14. Hold on, we're going to hold that thought for me. Yep, they did say that the half expired. There was a little bit of a discussion whether that he got the shot off in time or not, but we're good. So our score is 21-14. We'll take a 5-minute timeout and come back to you with the halftime show and give you up some other updates and finalize any thoughts that we have, and then we're just going to dive right back into some great action. So thanks for joining us here on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1010 KSIR coming to you live from the Beat Cellar at Leroy Needham's court for some great basketball action as tonight earlier this evening as our Lady Beat Diggers were victorious 58-20 over the Frontier Academy Wolverines, as leading scorer for that game was Sid Miller. On the other hand tonight, on the boys' side, a little bit lower scoring of the game as the boys are returning to the court right now. 21-14 is our scores. We're getting ready to start the third period. Tonight's action has just been very fast-paced. Halftime show coming up here next, brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Stop by one of their locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. Man, what a game for, I would have to say, Don Bauer. Don's looking pretty good out there tonight. He's got himself 6 points this evening, along with Edgar Ortiz, who's got 4 on the free throw line, who's really made a difference for the Beat Diggers. Dre Bauer has 7, and Rico has a free throw under his belt, and Payson Poland's got 2, and Conrad Kastrup has 1 on the free throw line as well. As for foul trouble for the Beat Diggers, nothing at this point. Most fouls, 1. 3 total team fouls, 3. That has been the key to the game tonight, is the very little fouling by the Beat Diggers, playing some great defense, playing that 2-3 defense that Bach really likes to do. And I was really, really proud how they just stayed home and stayed in their situations as they were supposed to. For the Wolverines, they've actually got, because of the foul issue, 0 foul issue, or low foul issue, I should say, they have 0 free throws tonight, 0. And on the free throw line for them, 0 points, and they've actually had 0 attempts. And believe it or not, their only points come 14 on Owen Stewart, who has 6 on his own. He's their leading scorer. Hurley Flores with 2, and Dylan Celestine Perez and Brady Shepard both with 2 3-pointers. Foul trouble, though, has been the issue for the Wolverines, as Hurley Flores now has 3 fouls. And late in the second quarter, Ethan Martinez chalked up his 3rd foul. So again, good action. Beat Diggers have got to maintain and hold it. Again, I'm telling you, it's those free throws, I think has been a difference for them this evening tonight. And just to see Edgar Ortiz out there on the line has been wonderful for them, as he's 4 for 4 on the line. So our halftime show again brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Third quarter action getting ready to tip off here. Buildings by Design, brought to you by them. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildsbydesign.com as the Frontier Academy Wolverines will start the third quarter, as Flores will go into Celestine Perez, who will bring it down the court as we start the third quarter. Over to Clark. Clark to Celestine Perez. Top of the key over to Flores. Beat Diggers still maintain that 2-3 defense. Knocked away as it was a pass fed into number 35 Stewart, and Dre Bauer was able to get a handle on it. Shepard's going to come in for Clark quickly after about 13 seconds. And Flores will do the inbounds as they're setting up for their play. Flores goes across court, taken away by Thatcher Queen. Queen is going to go down to the right side of the court, slows it down as he was almost fouled by Celestine Perez, and he almost lost the handle, but he gets it over to Bauer. Bauer over to Poland. Poland to the right side, feeds it to Kastrup. Kastrup to Queen from three-point land. Queen's shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Conrad Kastrup as he tries to bounce it off the leg of somebody. It's going to be an over and back call as he missed the leg and it rolls all the way down court. Conrad and Stewart having a few words walking down the court as he's telling him, I just about got you on the legs. So Flores into Celestine Perez. Center of the court. 2-3 defense again for the Beat Diggers. Shepard right side. Tries to go to the right corner. Gets it into Stewart as it's knocked away by Kastrup. And then we've got Thatcher Queen all the way coast to coast. Shot up and good. Thatcher Queen with the big two-pointer to start off the third quarter. Celestine Perez, 23-14 is our score. Brings it down the right side over to Flores. Flores back to Celestine Perez to Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez. They're just kind of going back and forth, trying to figure out how to work through this 2-3 defense high of the Beat Diggers. Over to Martinez. Martinez, right side shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Conrad Kastrup. Almost, but it goes under his legs, and Thatcher Queen was able to pick it up. Shepard wanted the foul, was unable to get it. Thatcher Queen on the drive. Left-handed side, shot is up, no good. And it's taken away now, this time by number 10, Shepard. Shepard to the right side, over to number 3, Flores, as he's able to do the right-handed lay-in, and it's good for the Wolverines. 23-16 is our score. 6:11 left to go in the third period. Rico over to Bauer. Bauer to Kastrup. Kastrup back to Rico. Rico back to Kastrup. And back to Rico. Little give-and-go action there for them, pretty much. Give and take, I guess. I don't know. Pace and Poland to the right side over to Bauer. Bauer swings it around to Rico. Rico to Kastrup. Kastrup's going to take it all the way down and underneath. Lays it in. Beautiful pass using his body to block it and making it successful for Conrad Kastrup. 25-16. 5:40 left to go. Third period action. Celestine Perez midcourt over to Flores to the right side. Celestine Perez swings it over to the side to Shepard. Shepard back to Flores. Shepard, Flores. Flores tries to throw it over to the left side to Martinez, who takes the shot, is up, and it's good. Three-pointer. Martinez is celebrating big time. It's only his first bucket. I don't know what that one was about, but we'll let him go with that one. Rico over to Kastrup, and Kastrup gets called with the travel as he switched his pivot foot from the free throw line. 25-19 is our score. 5:11 left to go. Coach Bach kind of telling the guys to settle down. Celestine Perez, midcourt. Now to the top of the key, over to the left side to Shepard. Shepard tries to go to a cutting Flores, not there. Instead goes to Martinez on the right side. Over to Stewart. Turnaround jump shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Dre Bauer, knocked away by Celestine Perez. And out of bounds, so the Beat Diggers will maintain possession. Dre Bauer into Eric Rico. 4:53 left to go, third period. Rico midcourt. Over to the right side to Bauer. Bauer to Kastrup. Kastrup to Payson. Poland from three. Shot is up, no good. He struggled on the three-point line tonight from three-point land as it's rebounded by Martinez. Martinez over to number 3, Flores to Celestine Perez. Celestine Perez, midcourt. Gets it over to Stewart. Stewart to Martinez. Martinez back to Celestine Perez. Drives it to the hoop. Shot up good. Celestine Perez. Dylan Celestine Perez with his 5th point this evening. 25-21. 4:17 left to go. Dre Bauer drives it all the way to the hoop after a pass from Rico. Shot is up, no good. And it's going to be a foul. And I believe it could be on Martinez, which will be his 4th. Yes, it is. And that's on Martinez, who was celebrating just a bit early on that three-pointer just a little bit ago. Now chalks up with his 4th foul this evening, and he's going to be pulled quickly here as Dre Bauer from the free throw line. First shot is up. It is good. That's good to see. Dre Bauer makes his 4th free throw tonight as Don Bauer checks in for him. And then as Martinez comes out, number 24, Bo Rupp, checks in for the Wolverines. Dre Bauer Trying to make it another one for him on the line. 27 now as he successfully drops that one. Getting his 5th free throw, 9th point of the night for Dre. Celestine Perez brings it down court, 27-21. Tries to go to Flores. Flores is there, back to Perez. Perez over to Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez. Celestine Perez tried to go to the center, but he was blocked away. And it's over to number 3, Flores. Flores back to Celestine Perez, taken by Rico. Rico anticipated that. Rico with the drive all the way up. Oh, and he tries to do the right-handed shot. It's up and no good. And he tries to get it back as Flores was coming down the court. Rico was quick to move to the ball, but unable to maintain the possession back. Celestine Perez with 3:30 left to go. 2-3 defense again by the Beat Diggers. Over to Shepard. Shepard gets it into number 35, Stewart. He tries to drive. It's blocked. He fed it over to number 24, Bo Rupp, and he had it blocked by, I believe, Don or Dre Bauer. I'm not sure which one blocked it, but it rolls out of bounds as number 4, Clark. Caden Clark checks in for the Wolverines. 3:21 left to go, 27-21. Celestine Perez. Oops, fixing his uniform there. I guess he didn't tuck it in at halftime. Tries to find the inbounds. Goes to Stewart. Stewart with a shot. Up, no good. Rebounded almost by Clark, but Rico's too fast. Gets it over to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer, right-handed shot is up. Oh, it's going to be a goaltending shot is up, and it's good. Yes, goaltending is the call as Stewart tried to block it, but that ball was on the way down, so the credit goes to Dre Bauer on that one. On the goaltending, 29-21 is our score. 3:08 left to go. Celestine Perez down the court to Stewart on the right side. Back to Celestine Perez. Over to Flores. Celestine Perez over to 4 Clark. Celestine Perez from the center of the court there. Nothing there. Finds the Stewart on the right side. And he's unable, and he's shoved away as he was trying to do a turnaround jumper. He's shoved away by number 32, Conrad Kastrup. Gets chalked up with his first foul of the night as the big guy, Edgar Ortiz, checks in for the Beat Diggers for Kastrup. 29-21, 2:50 left to go. Third period action here. Lady Beat Diggers were victorious earlier. Edgar Ortiz, fans wanted a foul on him, but he was trying to maintain his defense as he's holding his job against Stewart. Him and Stewart are really elbowing each other inside underneath there as Celestine Perez over to Stewart on the right side. And I said Stewart, and I apologize. It's Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez. Running shot is up, no good. Stewart, I think he's going to get called with over the back, but we'll see what the call is. No, it's actually going to be called on Thatcher Queen. Thatcher looks back saying, who, me? As he gets called with the foul on the rebound. 2:31 left to go, 29-21. Celestine Perez over to Shepard. Shepard from the right side. 3-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Donovan Bauer. Bauer over to Rico. Rico's going to bring it up midcourt. Him and Edgar Ortiz is still having some bumps and bruises down the sideline there. Feeds it over to Thatcher Queen from the 3-point shot is up, no good. Donovan Bauer's going to get called with the over and back on Clark as Clark had the rebound completely. Don tried to get in there and get it, but unfortunately he gets called with his first foul. Correction on that, his second foul of the night. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. 29-21. Third period action. Beat Diggers lead over the Frontier Academy Wolverines. Celestine Perez over to Clark. Clark back to Celestine Perez over to Shepard on the left side. Back to Celestine Perez at the top of the key. To Flores on the right side. Great defense this still by the Beat Diggers. Not giving them much inside, and it's over to Clark, and he hits a 3-pointer up and good for Caden Clark. His first shot of the night is a 3-pointer and a big one. 29-24, $1:42 left to go. Edgar Ortiz finds an open Don Bauer underneath. Shot is up and good. Donovan Bauer able to quickly get the lead back or maintain a little bit of a bigger lead. That 7-point lead for the Beat Diggers after a beautiful pass from Edgar Ortiz from the free throw line. Stewart, left side, tries to go to her. Shepard to Stewart, excuse me. I'm getting their names all mixed up tonight between those two. Donovan Bauer gets the rebound after the shot from Shepard. Gosh, I'm just way off at Stewart and Shepard tonight. Oh, beautiful pass to Don Bauer underneath. And the goal, wow, what a beautiful feed there from Eric Rico. Shot is up and good for Dre Bauer. 58 seconds left to go. And I said Dre Bauer, and that was Don Bauer, guys. There's too many Bauers on this court, too. So Donovan Bauer just getting his credit to him. And there's going to be a foul underneath on the defensive side for the Beat Diggers. And it's going to be on first foul for number 2, Eric Rico. Cassius Middlemess comes in for Dre Bauer. He gets a well-deserved break as the Wolverines down 33-24. Inbounds pass from Flores. Taken away by Cassius Middlemess. Middlemess all the way down left side of the court. Shot is up. No, it's no good. Rebounded by Rico. And it's good. Eric Rico. Beautiful rebound from the miss of Cassius Middlemess with 33 seconds left to go. 35-24. 9-point lead for the Beat Diggers. Clark, right side, tries to feed it in to Flores. He's double teamed, but he's able to maintain it over to to number 5, and that was Dylan Celestine Perez, who drives in there, and he gets fouled, and the shot goes, and the foul's going to be on number 21, Edgar Ortiz. So that'll be his second foul as Celestine Perez on the line for the and one with 18 seconds left to go, 35-26. The beat pile going crazy, trying to make him miss. It's a tough place to shoot. Shot by him is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Edgar Ortiz. That's where a free throw is needed late in these games like this, and that didn't happen for the Wolverines. Rico over to Edgar Ortiz, left side. Don Bauer's got 3 seconds. Oh, we're going to get an offensive foul on the Beat Diggers, and it's going to be Eric Rico with an illegal screen. And so a quick turnover with 5 seconds left to go. Rico gets tagged with his second foul, 35-26. 5 seconds. Beat Diggers got to hold good defense here. Oh, not sure what happened there, but we've got a drive here. And a shot by Clark on the buzzer. Shot is up, and it's no good. Off the back of the rim and rolls in and out. We'll take a 30-second break as the Beat Diggers lead this one 35-26 here from the Beat Cellar on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming to you live from the Beat Cellar, Leroy Needon's court. Great action tonight. Beat Diggers lead this one 35-26 starting off the fourth quarter. Fourth period action brought to you by Rudy's Tires with several locations across the area. There's always Rudy's Tires location close by, and they can even come to you on the farm. Rudy's Tires brings you Eastern Plains Sports Today every weekday on 1010 KSIR. Beat Diggers on the inbounds. Rico over to the left side to Poland. It's tipped away by one of the Frontier Academy Wolverines. So Beat Diggers will maintain possession over in the far left corner of the court where the ball goes out. Rico on the inbounds. Finds Dre Bauer from the top left side, goes over to the left corner to number 10, Thatcher Queen, back to Dre Bauer. Bauer back to Rico, finds a Kastrup as he drives it into the hoop and loses his balance and falls, and going to get called with the traveling. 35-26 turnover for Conrad Kastrup with 7:40 left to go, fourth period action. Celestine Perez brings it up for the Wolverines. Over to the left side to Shepard. Shepard back to Celestine Perez, looking for Flores there. Finally gets Stewart. Stewart with the big drive and go over. Conrad Kastrup gets the easy 2-point bucket for Stewart. 8 points for him this evening. 7:20 left to go. 35-28. Rico brings it up court for the Beat Diggers. Over to Dre Bauer on the right side. Back to center court to Rico. Rico back to Bauer to the right side, finds pace and pull, and cutting Kastrup to the right side of the lane, not there. Rico back to Kastrup, and it's tipped away by number 4, Clark, and taken away by number 10, Shepard, who feeds it over to number 3, Flores. Back to Celestine Perez, to Clark on the right side, Celestine Perez back to the middle. Shepard off to the left side with the ball. Tries to find a Stewart wide open, and they're trying to get him. They're really trying to work it into Stewart right now to get the points they need as Conrad Kastrup fouls him on the way in. He does not get the shot, but he's going to shoot 2 as Conrad gets called with his second foul. That's a tough matchup for Conrad. You got a young Don Bauer who might be able to keep up with that, just a little bit taller. His first shot for Stewart is up, and it is good. So Stewart gets his first free throw. Conrad is very strong, though, and that's another thing that makes it difficult, though, for offensive players is how strong he is. Second shot by Stewart is no good, and what a great rebound for Conrad to get back what he made from that earlier foul he has. So 35-29 is our score. 30-second timeout is called by Coach Bach, basically to kind of calm them down. They've got a 6-point lead here with 6:35 left to go in the game. Gives us a chance to recognize some of our sponsors. Buckeye Welding Supply. You have questions, they have answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart at 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. Wiggins Equipment. Count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with service and products you need at your most critical time. Well, could end up being a little barn burner here as things are going for the Wolverines late in this game. Able to close the gap. There was a 9-point lead at one point for the Beat Diggers. Now they've trimmed it down to 6. 35-29 is our score with 6:35 left to go. Foul trouble only for the Wolverines will be Martinez with 4, Flores with 3. For the Beat Diggers, really not much for foul trouble. The most that we have are 2 as Rico sent it in to Poland. Poland back to Rico midcourt. Rico's going to drive it around to the right side. Finds a Don Bauer wide open. Oh, Don's got to make that shot, but he gets his rebound shot. Good! As Donovan is fouled, and a huge smile to his team as he scores his 10th point, and he's going to get the and one as the foul is on number 10, Brady Shepard, tagged with his second foul. What a great play called by Coach Bach. Don Bauer quickly underneath that left side there, and he makes it no problem. Shot by Donovan Bauer is up, and it's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by his brother Dre. Back to Don. Don for 2. Shot is up. Good! Donovan Bauer is the scoring machine right now. 12 points for Donovan Bauer, and 2 free throws, make it a total of 14 for Don. Flores, right side. Celestine Perez at midcourt. Over to Clark. Clark to Celestine Perez. Finds the Flores. Flores tries to feed it over to Shepard all the way across the court. Almost loses the handle. Gets it to Stewart. Stewart to Shepard. Shepard underneath the Flores. He tries a turnaround shot. No good. Rebound by Conrad Kastrup. And it's over to Eric Rico to slow things down. 5:44 left to go. Biggest lead right here for the Beat Diggers. 39-29. No look pass to Dre Bauer over to Conrad Kastrup, who's at the free throw line, to Eric Rico, drives it over to the left side. Don Bauer completely by himself, nothing there. Ooh, almost drug his left foot, feeds it to Rico. Rico tried to feed it into Kastrup, and unfortunately got tipped, and then he gets called with the foul on the defensive side. So Eric Rico gets charged with his 3rd foul of the evening. 5:26 left to go. 39-29 our score. Again, the biggest lead for the Beat Diggers so far. Flores inbounds it to Celestine Perez. 5:24, clock slowly moving, it feels like. Just dripping away for us in time. Gets it over to Stewart. Stewart underneath the basket. He had Don Bauer behind him. I thought Don was going to get the block, but just unable to. But Stewart gets the 2-point bucket on the right side. 39-31, 5:08 left to go. Conrad Kastrup takes the drive on the inside. Nice turnaround move as he goes up to put it in there. And he's going to get fouled as he was doing the shooting attempt. And I believe it's going to be called on number 3, Hurley Flores, his 4th foul, as Conrad Kastrup comes to the charity stripe late in the game with 5:02 left to go, 39-31. Crowd on the Wolverine side trying to get under Conrad's shirt there with that shot. Unfortunately, he takes that first shot and rolls it out, so no good. 39-31. Conrad's trying to hit the old 40 mark here, the old 40-point burger. Second shot by Conrad, 39-31, 5:02 left to go. Not even close. Totally airballed that thing. I'm telling you guys, you got to get these free throws late in these games, guys. That's what makes a difference. So hopefully they can settle down and get their shots. Flores to Celestine Perez. Perez, midcourt. Over to the left side to Shepard. Shepard finds Celestine Perez. Tried to fake the 3 from far out there. Martinez is back in, who's got some foul trouble. Back over to Flores. Feeds it into Shepard. Shepard drives it in. Blocked by Donovan Bauer. Huge block. Don all the way down the court. He's going to try to go coast to coast. Donovan Bauer, left-handed shot is up. No good. But he killed some clock there, but unable to successfully get that shot in as Celestine Perez got the rebound, and then Eric Rico gets called with the foul at midcourt. So Rico gets chalked up with his 4th foul, non-shooting foul 4:33 left to go. It was at midcourt, so it's not on the off. It wasn't on the other side of the court. So we'll start back on their court as Celestine Perez brings it up court, heading for Martinez on the right side. 8-point lead for the Beet Diggers. Shepard left side. Celestine Perez to Flores. Flores over to Shepard on the right side. Flores back to Shepard on the right corner. Back and forth to each other. Celestine Perez finds Shepard deep right corner. Shot is up. Oh, rolls in and out. I think Don Bauer got a hand on that thing as that shot went up and went in and out of the bucket. As Dre Bauer gets the rebound. Eric Rico brings it up court. Going to be checking in with Thatcher Queen. Oh, he's wide open. Conrad goes to Don Bauer from three. Shot up good. Donovan Bauer from three is good. Donovan Bauer, a huge hot hand this evening for the Beet Diggers. Celestine Perez, midcourt. Over to number 10, Shepard. Biggest lead for the Beet Diggers is 11 right now. Celestine Perez, shot from the free throw line. Thought he was going to get fouled. I guess he did get fouled, and it's going to be on number 22, Payson Poland. It's a shooting foul. So he will come to the free throw line late with 3:32 left to go for Dylan Celestine Perez. 11-point lead again for the Beet Diggers. First shot for Celestine Perez is up and good. Those are those late shots you got to get, especially in the game, as Edgar Ortiz checks in for the Beet Diggers along with Thatcher Queen. Good defensive change there. Gives some breaks to Conrad Kastrup, who's worked so hard this quarter, along with Payson Poland. Second shot from Celestine Perez is up. No good. Donovan Bauer, easy rebound for him as he gets it and pulls it away. 3:27 left to go. Slowing it down is Eric Rico. That's what a great senior does right there. Just knows the pace of the game. Over to Don Bauer. Don back to Rico. Rico feeds it into Edgar Ortiz. He tries to do a shot. It's no good, and I think it's going to be on Martinez. Let's see what the call is on. Nope, it's going to be on number 3, Hurley Flores. Either way, that's out. He's chalked out for the night. So Hurley Flores gets his 5th foul, and he ends up with 4 points this evening for the Wolverines as Edgar Ortiz comes to the line for the Beet Diggers, and he has been the hot hand from the charity stripe. Obviously, Frontier's taking their time because they've got time to do their substitution on a 5th foul. Looks like he's going to send in Stewart. Owen Stewart's going to check in for Flores. Cassius Middlemist replaces Eric Rico for the Beet Diggers. As the big guy, Ortiz, on the free throw line. His 5th time. First shot is up. No, he hits the front of the rim. He gets the old broadcaster's jinx. Second shot for Ortiz is up. Oh, and he hits the back of the rim, and he thought he was going to get the rebound, but instead he gets called with a foul against Clark. So Edgar Ortiz gets tagged with his 3rd foul as the Wolverines get away with those 2 free throws. And unfortunately for the Beet Diggers, now it's going to go to the opposite court as Clark is going to go to the stripe with 3:13 left to go as Eric Rico is preparing to check back in for the Beet Diggers. So Caden Clark on the free throw line. Crowd goes crazy. First shot by Clark is no good. I'm telling you, too many misses for both teams. That has got to be a huge thing as Cassius Middlemist comes out and Rico checks in. Clark with his 2nd shot from the line. 3:13 left to go. Hits up and it rolls in and it makes it for him. So that's his first free throw, or second. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Thatcher Queen brings it into the right side. Needs to slow it down. Lots of time left on the clock. We don't want to give them another opportunity. Over to Edgar Ortiz. Back to Thatcher Queen. Thatcher Queen back to Eric Rico. Over to Ortiz from the free throw line. Over to Don Bauer left side. Oh, Eric Rico almost got caught with the travel, but he gets it over to Don Bauer. Bauer back to Rico. Rico fakes the 3. Right side to Thatcher Queen. Queen had a no-look pass, but he goes to Edgar Ortiz, who drops to his knees and continues dribbling the ball. Coach Bach recognized that and actually called a timeout at the same time and saved the turnover, which I don't think was going to be a turnover, but a smart timeout to get the guys to slow down. 2:46 left to go. 42-33 is our score here. We'll keep it here live as this game has just been turning into a bit of a nail-biter here. 9-point lead for the Beat Diggers. This is not their biggest lead that they've had. So stay with us as we'll have post-game show, which will be brought to you by Western Engineering here coming up in just a minute. Stay connected with the Eastern Plains Sports Network on all social media platforms. Follow at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook and Instagram to see what games we're covering, get pictures from ones we're at, and more. We also have several regular podcasts on our Spotify page. Give the Eastern Plains Sports Network a like, follow, and subscription on all social media platforms today. Eric Rico, inbounds pass to number 10, Thatcher Queen. Queen on the right side, feeds it over to Don Bauer. Three-point shot, Don Bauer up. No, it's just off the backside of the rim. I thought Don was going to get that one. He had been the hot hand for the Beat Diggers. 42-33 is our score. As Celestine Perez over to Clark. Clark on the left side tries to feed it into Stewart. Tipped away by the Beat Diggers. Recovered by Donovan Bauer. Over to Rico. Rico looks all the way down the court, and he tried to force it down. Unfortunately, it was stolen by Stewart. Stewart to Celestine Perez. Right-handed layup for him is up, and it is good. That is a costly turnover for the Beat Diggers. 42-35, 7-point lead. Thatcher Queen all the way by himself to the right side. Goes. The shot is up and no good, and it's tipped away. Oh, I thought it was tipped by Celestine Perez, but unfortunately it looked like it might have went off Donovan Bauer's hands. And that is a turnover for the Beat Diggers on the missed opportunity for Thatcher Queen. 42-35 is our score. Celestine Perez down midcourt. Feeds it over to Stewart. Stewart over Edgar Ortiz. Shot is no good, but there's going to be a foul called on Ortiz as he gets tagged with his fourth foul as Owen Stewart comes to the line for his third attempt for the Wolverines. 42-35, $1:52 left to go in this game. Shot by Stewart is up, and it is good. His second free throw. Crowd still going crazy. Full crowd here tonight. Some are starting to kind of get to their edge of their seat here. Turning into a bit of a nail-biter. Stewart's shot is up, and it is good, making him 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Now they got full court pressure on Eric Rico. Rico to Ortiz. Ortiz to Dre Bauer, who's solo on the pilot run, and he doesn't get anything. Instead, he goes to Thatcher Queen, back to Dre Bauer, sets it up, calms down to Rico. Rico back to Bauer. Bauer back to Rico, over to Ortiz, playing looks like the four-corner style of defense or offense. Ortiz, Rico. Rico swings it over to Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer pitches it back to Rico, killing some time. $1:26 left to go. Edgar Ortiz trying to find the smart shot. Finds, he tried to feed it into Don Bauer. He thought Don was cutting to the hoop, and he went past it, and it's a turnover, a costly one with $1:19 left to go. Timeout, Beat Diggers. Coach Bach's going to talk it over, settle these guys down. They've got a good lead. Don't risk it. So we'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back to you here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network, 1010 KSIR, coming to you live from Leroy Needon's court at the Beat Cellar for tonight's league action as the Frontier Academy Wolverines are trying to chip away at the Beat Digger lead. 42-37 is our score late here in the fourth quarter. $1:19 left to go. Donovan Bauer having himself an amazing basketball game tonight, the young freshman for the Beat Diggers. Coach Bach kind of called the timeout to settle the guys down and get them to relax. As Frontier Academy coach is trying to work to get their guys back on shape. They got a full court to go down, though, with 1:19 left to go. Beat Diggers going to stay with their 2-3 defense, focusing really on Stewart on the back end. You've got Bauer, Rico, Queen, Ortiz, and Don Bauer in on the defensive side for the Beat Diggers. As Shepard on the right side over to Martinez. Martinez gets it over to number 5, Celestine Perez, to Shepard on the right side. Three-point shot is up, and it's good. Oh, that was a costly one. That's another three-pointer. That's a valuable one. Timeout called by the Wolverines. 42-40 now is our score with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go. Man, that was a costly one for Shepherd, or for the Bee Diggers. Shepherd was wide open on that three-point shot as he was able to sink it in. Confused by the way rankings work? Don't worry. The Eastern Plains Sports Network has you covered. Every Tuesday, we bring you Bleckatology on our Spotify channel. Ben Blecka breaks down the rankings on what all the numbers mean in a way that's easy for you to understand. Bleckatology is presented by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Let them plow through your paperwork. Visit agman.co today to set up a consultation. I'll tell you what, I'm becoming a Bleckatologist by listening to his sportscast. It's great to listen to those guys, and just some great group of friendships that I have with all of them. So tip of the hat to you guys for all the work that you guys have done. Just some great people that I've worked with here on the broadcasting side. It's so great to be part of it now, especially on the 1010 KSIR side and the Eastern Plains Sports Network calling. So just a great privilege for me to be out here. So 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go. 42-40, Bee Diggers barely holding on. We're turning into a barn burner now here as Rico into Bauer. Bauer back to Rico, trying to set it up, down to 50 seconds left. They're going to have to set up just for one play only. Edgar Ortiz has been the hot hand on the foul as they go into Rico. Rico's fouled by number 5, Dylan Celestine Perez, who has the low foul count, getting charged with his second foul, non-shooting foul. They got one more to give before they start shooting. Rico on the inbounds pass, finds Edgar Ortiz. Over to Thatcher Queen, double teamed on the right side, over to Eric Rico. Rico doesn't need to fire it in, neither does Dre Bauer. They got the 2-point lead. No need to hurry. As he's shoved by number 4, Clark gets called with the hand check. That's going to be a 5th foul there for them, and that's going to put Dre Bauer to the line. Dre has got to get these free throws as they are super important late in the game as Clark gets charged. Caden Clark with his 3rd foul. Dre Bauer on the line. 1-on-1 situation. 43 seconds left to go. I'm sorry, 2-shot foul. I forget it's that new rule. First shot by Dre Bauer is up, and it is good. 43-48, full one-possession game for the Bee Diggers. This can make it 2 right here. Shot by Bauer's up, and it's good. Dre Bauer makes it as it is needed. Oh, and a steal quickly by the Bee Diggers as Dre gets the steal as they try to get the inbounds quickly. 35 seconds left to go. Oh, and Edgar Ortiz is called with a traveling as he tried to pitch it off to Dre Bauer. And so it's a costly turnover, but it's still a 2-possession game for the Bee Diggers as Celestine Perez will do the inbounds. Trying to set up a play here, gets it out to the corner to Shepherd. Shepherd tries to swing it to the center of the court, finds Celestine Perez. He's going to try the 3. No! Stolen by Dre Bauer! Dre Bauer to the right side. Sees an Eric Rico wide open, but he'll take it himself. It's up and it's good! Dre Bauer with an easy 2-pointer. I shouldn't say easy. That was pretty hard and difficult. Late stage of the game. Great job for Dre Bauer. Celestine Perez gets it over to Shepherd deep in the corner. 13 seconds. Shot is up. It is no good. Rebounded by Clark. Quickly, 2-pointer is up, and it is good. Timeout, I believe, called by the Frontier Academy Wolverines as Clark gets the rebound and makes it, scoring his 5th point. 46-42, 7.3 seconds left to go in this game. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as some of the crowd is starting to pack it up a little bit for the Wolverines. They're thinking they're not going to get those 4 points. But there's still 7.3 seconds left to go. To me, that's lots of time. Of course, if you're talking in the NFL, that's a play and a half pretty much. So we'll see what happens. But they do have a 2-possession lead, 46-42. Anything can happen here with 7.3 seconds left. Frontier Academy is going to get the ball underneath the Bee Diggers basket as the 30-second timeout expires. Coming out to the court for your Bee Diggers are going to be Eric Rico, Thatcher Queen, Dre Bauer, Don Bauer, and the big man Edgar Ortiz. And I apologize, it is the Bee Diggers ball. I said that incorrectly. Ortiz trying to find somebody, gets over to Thatcher Queen. Queen's going to get fouled by number 5, Dylan Celestine Perez, his 3rd foul. So that's going to put Thatcher Queen to the line with 2 shots. Again, these are late game free throws. You got to have them. Thatcher Queen. First shot is up. No good. Back of the rim. Rico comes in and a little words of encouragement. Hey man, shake it off. We got 2 possessions. Just make this one. Make it even harder for them. Second shot by Queen is up. No good. Rebounded by Celestine Perez. He's trying to get it down the court. 2 seconds. Martinez from 3. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by himself, but the buzzer rings and your Beat Diggers are victorious. 46-42 over the Frontier Academy Wolverines. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and come back to you with some end of game thoughts and player of the game right here on 1010 KSAR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSAR coming to you back at the Beat Cellar at Leroy Needham's court as both the boys and girls are victorious tonight against the visiting Frontier Academy Wolverines as the Lady Beat Diggers win 58-20, and in a nail biter on the boys' side, victorious over the Frontier Academy Wolverines 46-42. As tonight's post game is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. Wow, what a great game for both teams. Wolverines didn't quit. They showed a lot of fight late in that game. I sure thought the Beat Diggers at one point had that 11-point lead, that they were going to hold on and kind of break away from it. But Frontier Academy is a team that says, nope, not tonight. We're going to do our best to try to fight back. And they really did do a great job at chipping away at it. But the defense prevailed for the Beat Diggers. Lots of turnovers from both sides of both teams tonight and some missed free throw opportunities. But the Beat Diggers hit the free throws late in the game tonight, which I said was a key to the game for them, a key to success for them. And to see some of the shots late in the game, even Dre Bauer started off just a little bit off on his free throw shooting, but then came in late in the game and did a wonderful job to help hold and seal the deal for the Beat Diggers. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. Tonight's player of the game, I got to give it to the freshman, Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer, guys. This kid had 23 points. 23 points for the freshman tonight. You know, I'm thinking I messed up and went to Dre and Donovan because they're both on there, but I have Don with 23, and I have Dre. Believe it or not, Dre actually had 15 points. So the Bauer brothers, they had a little bit of Bowering, I guess, is the best way I could say it tonight. I'm going to use that. That's a Bleckatology term. I'm going to claim that for the Bleckatology report coming up. They were Bowerized tonight. Bowerized? Is that a word? Okay, Caroline's next to me going, yes, absolutely Bowerized. So they were Bowerized tonight. Frontier Academy was by the Bauer brothers, Donovan and Dre Bauer. They played a great job. But I'm going to give tonight's play of the game to the freshman Donovan Bauer. Great job tonight. He was there on the rebounds as he was supposed to, and just getting it right back up there off the old backboard and just continuing to fight for the offensive side for the Beat Diggers. So just an excellent effort by him. Definitely on the other side of the court, I'm going to give it to Owen Stewart. He had a great ball game tonight, folks. Owen Stewart finishes the night with 13 points. He's the big guy. I think he's like 6'5". Big guy, real pleasant kid too. I saw him when he came in and said hello to him, and he was actually, thank you for allowing us to be here when I met him earlier this evening. So he played great, held in there good for his team, but just on the loss side, unfortunately, for the Wolverines, as he was unable to get them to where they needed to go. But again, it was those late free throws that made a difference for the Beat Diggers. Seeing Edgar Ortiz doing very well tonight on the free throw line. I think he missed, I knocked away my microphone. He missed a couple of them late, and I've got Coach Bach coming up. It looks like he's got water poured all over him. Either that or he's got a restroom issue that I'm not sure what's going on in the locker room. But he's going to join us up here just for a couple of minutes so we can talk with old Coach Bach himself. He's probably sucking wind coming up the staircase because he's one of those PE teachers as well. So, Coach, just curious, did you have a restroom malfunction in the locker room?
You'd like to think so, but no, our guys, I don't know, it started becoming a tradition a few years ago, and after every win, they fill up all the water bottles and wait for the coaches to get in there, and then they pretty much baptize us.
Well, that's great. That's great, man. I'm glad to see that. Hey, congratulations on tonight's win against the. It got to be a little bit of a nail biter at the end there.
Yep.
Saw your late timeout. You called him in and kind of just settled him down a bit. Is that kind of what you told him in there, just to continue to fight there at the end?
Yeah, that was. I turned and looked at our coaches, and I said, that was probably the most calm timeout I've ever had in my entire life. Whether, a million years ago when I played, or any part of my coaching career. But that's what happens when you have a group of seniors that have been there a lot. And we talked about, in the Patriot League, it's the toughest conference in the state.
Yeah.
And every game is going to be a dogfight. And we talked all night. You're going to face adversity. You're going to face adversity. How are you going to handle it? Are we going to handle it together? Or are we going to go our separate ways? And we were talking about how, it was going to happen. We just didn't know when. And our guys just stayed together and continued to fight. Our mantra since Christmas break has been playing as one, playing for each other, and they bought in tonight, and I'm a 100% believer that is why we came out with the win.
Well, and I was telling tonight's audience that they were Bauerized tonight, because both Bauer boys had one heck of a game, especially Donovan Bauer. He was given tonight's player of the game by myself for his effort. He had quite a few points and just really looked well. Dre did the same thing, so I think that was a difficulty for Frontier facing those Bauer boys.
Yeah, we're lucky to have them. I'm extremely fortunate for all of our guys. God has truly blessed me with a great group of guys, and like talk about senior. It's a close game. It's 3 or 4 points, and what does Dre do? He comes up with a steal and goes down and makes a layup. Like, that's just we talk about game-winning plays a lot. There's game-losing plays and game-winning plays, and game-winning plays are just simple plays that you make throughout a game, and they did that especially in crunch time when we needed it the most. But yeah, I'm just really fortunate to be able to coach these guys. They're not just good basketball players. They're just great human beings. It makes you say that you're proud to be a beat digger for sure.
Absolutely, and a great mentor-mentee program there, senior to a freshman. Tonight also I noticed free throws were big late in the game. That we needed those, and I talked to Coach Lopez. He said that had kind of been some of the issues in the previous games, been some late game free throws, and to see them tonight kind of successfully hit those, that makes a difference as well.
Yeah, we've been practicing a lot, and as a coach, you tend to overcoach things, and so after our first game of the year, we talked about it. Then I was kind of like, hey, sometimes as a coach, you kind of just need to shut up and just practice it. And so that's what we've did. So we've started tracking them in practice. I haven't told them what we're tracking them or why we're tracking them, so they're still wondering what the heck's going on. And I'm probably not going to tell them for another week or two. But, we've been tracking them, and obviously it paid off. And then, like I said, when you have an older group that's been there before, it's easy to just say, hey, you've been here before. It's no different than when we're shooting them in open gym in the summer in practice. So just go up and hit it, and that's what they did.
Fantastic job tonight, Coach. As your Beat Digger boys were victorious 46-42, some great league action. Congratulations on your win. You probably need to go dry off, maybe get a whole towel, whole shower, some soap. You should be good to go, my friend.
Yeah, it's fun. I just want to thank you for doing this, and praise God for everything that He's blessed you and me with. So it's
absolutely,
it's fun to do this. There's a lot of times in practice this week where I sat back and just looked up and said, thank you, God, for giving me this group, and thanks for letting us do what we love, because I know you love this stuff and you're good at it. So I appreciate you doing this.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I got to say this because I have to, Coach. Go Bills.
I'm not a Jaguars fan, but I am this week.
Sounds good. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the season. Great job today.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So we'll wrap it up here from Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSR. Thank you to Rose Condis at the studio for all the work she does, for Christy Creighton for helping me out. Just, again, like Coach Bach said, very blessed to be out here and thankful for everything I have. To my mentor, John Beltran, for all the things he does. I don't know what I could do without him, because without him, I'd be a total lost basket case out here. So thank you guys for everything. You're wonderful at the studios. You've been listening to Beat Digger Basketball as they're victorious, both on the girls' side, with their score being 58-20, and on the boys' side, 46-42. For tonight's game, this is Paul Acosta signing off from Leroy Nina's Court at the Beat Cellar from 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.